Oh, when I came home, I forgot to. I drove his car in the rain, and looks like I didn't put the wipers down. So, what is going on, everybody? Look at how clean the garage is. I mean, look at that, and you can actually see in the front. Working on the workbench and everything, but, you know, baby steps. I want to get rid of the table. I mean, this is just the crap table. All these gas cans are gonna go. This is gonna go. The oil pans are gonna go somewhere else. And yeah, and maybe I could store a bike here. This one is going to be a working video because today I am pulling the head off of this bike, putting it on Wally, because this bike is getting a brand new motor. Now, I know a lot of you are gonna be like, what? Why would you buy a new motor? This motor is actually blown. This happened 2 days ago. I had it at a park, and I had my camera ready. I wanted to record an intro of the bike popping from, you know, behind it. And I rode it to a local park, you know, just cruising around. I was in the bathroom, just left the bike running, didn't care. And I came out, it was running just fine, and I went vroom, vroom, and the RPMs went through the moon, and the engine just completely locked up. So I was like, crap. So I brought it home, pulled the head. I didn't even film it just because I was so what just happened that I didn't even bother filming it. But when I pulled the head off, the engine was completely locked. So I was able to lift the cylinder up just a little bit, and I took a hammer and I slammed it down on the little cylinder, and it opened it back up, and the engine was completely fine. So I was like, awesome. I don't need to make a post or anything about it. I'll just, you know, pretend like it never happened. My neighbor was outside working on his weed whacker, and I dropped the clutch right outside of his house to start the motor, and it started, and it made this awful screeching sound. And I look at him, and he looks at me, and he said, that motor's done. There's no fixing it. And I just said to him, yep, it's been through enough. It's had a good, probably 2 years. I think the bottom part of that motor is 4 years old, and the top part is a year. That's like 3 motors in one. So I ordered a Black Stallion racing engine. It has the same head on it. That's why I'm pulling the head and throwing it on the other bike. It was claimed to make 4 horsepower. Well, I don't know about that, but we'll have to see. But I'm just going off what the internet says. I was going, because I didn't want to have a bike with, you know, 2 bikes with the exact same head. But the other bike with, or not the other bike, the other engine with the other head claimed to make 3 horsepower. This one makes 4. Of course, I'm going to get the one with 4 horsepower because race bike. I will admit, that was the most expensive rev of my life. We're going to pull the head off. We're going to pull Wally's head off too because, you know, why not? Let me get a light. Okay, that's a lot better. Now I got light. I do want to give everybody who went over to Cammy's channel and said hi a huge shout out. That really meant a lot to her and me because, you know, I told her I'd help her out. And that first video, believe it or not, we stayed up till 5 in the morning working on it. I think we started at like 9, and I was helping her till 5 a.m. That was a very late night. So yeah, huge shout out to everybody who went and said hi. If you didn't see that video or whatever, I'll put another link to her channel down in the description if you want to check it out. And then I responded to a few of the comments that some of you all left. But yeah, she sent me a huge text saying how nice y'all were that went over and said hey. So yeah, that means a lot. Should probably pull the spark plug too. Is it bad that I don't take my spark plug socket off because I'm pulling them so often? There we go. And off she comes. And by the time this video goes up, I think she will have her second video out. I think it's about her dogs. So you all should go check that out. This head is really loud. So I do know on this one, the whole stud's coming out. Because I have pulled this head off a few times. This ain't my first rodeo, everybody. Here's the stud. That was a lot of oil on that. Yeah. Yeah, it don't sound good. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit. I don't know how well you guys can see that. There we go. I'm gonna clean this up a little bit and I'll come back to you. You know, let me try and get it in here. It's not perfect, but it's better. So right now I'm gonna pull Wally's head off. This has been done a few times just to, you know, make sure everything is good. So a little disclaimer, these were not on tight. Perfect. Then this just comes on up. Alright, we have a little bit of carbon. Oh, that looks so cool. So I learned a little trick with this head. You get a little screwdriver and you have the washers fall down onto the stud. And it makes your life a whole lot easier, rather than trying to drop them down on. And that is one nice thing about having a magnetic screwdriver. Okay. Now we got all that crap on. I do need the extension. And putting these top nuts on are not as easy as they look. You kind of need them to fall flat. And alright, that one wants to be a pain. Now, I do want to give a quick little disclaimer. I have nothing against BikeBerry except for one thing. When you're spending $120 on a racing engine, while I'm talking, I'm going to get ready to pull this one off. At least prep it to be pulled. But I'm just gonna go out and say it. This engine was about 125 bucks. Gas Bike had it for, it's on back order till August 6th, which is no big deal. I don't mind waiting. But the engine is on back order. And I didn't want to wait. So I looked on BikeBerry. BikeBerry had the motor in stock, and I can get it in 5 days. And doesn't that sound great? Except they wanted to charge me $19 for shipping. I don't know about you, but that is a big no way, Jose, for me. I'm already paying $120 for the motor. I shouldn't have to pay for shipping. Gas Bike didn't charge for shipping, just in case you were wondering. Even though it's on back order, they're shipping it out August 6th. Which is in 3 days from now, which is not a big deal to me. I thought all this custom crap was cool. I want the simple life back. Alright, vice grips are coming to the save. Alright, so I grabbed the big ones for the, they were the first ones and they were kind of on top. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Check out Cammy's channel, there's a link in the description below. Yeah, this, that was a very expensive rev. It was a very, very expensive rev. But at least Wally got a new head out of it. And this head looks fantastic on the bike. So comment down below what you think of the new head, and also what you think of the engine blowing up. I know I'm gonna get an internet mechanic that says, oh, you could fix it. If you knew what happened to this motor before the channel was even created, you would know why I bought a new motor. So yeah.
By them all, yeah, I'm burning it up. DPGC, you should be turning it up. CPT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang us in the club, baby, you got to get up. Cause homies, thug homies, yeah, they giving it up. Low life, yo life, boy, we living it up. Taking chances while we dancing in the party for show. Slip my girl a 44 when she crept in the back door.